You are now tuned to BS3 Network.
All right. Welcome back to another episode of the Fourcast, and I think for the first time ever, it's the Ben and Wilkes show, the Ben and Mayhem, or Mayhem and Ben, whatever how you want to call it.
However you want to flip it.
Yeah, but back again. Took a week off last week, Labor Day, so hopefully everybody had a good 3-day weekend.
Oh yes.
It's never long enough. It's just the way it is. It's the way life works. Yeah. But definitely back again to finish off this America's Team, the Gambler and His Cowboys, episode 5 through 8. It's been one of those documentaries that you didn't know you were missing, because there's so many stories. Obviously, you got Michael Irvin, which these kind of last couple of episodes was really a lot of him. Talking about the different situations he was in, the death threats, which I didn't know that.
I didn't. Yeah. I do remember that, but when they mentioned it and brought it back up again, there was a part that kind of like, man, I don't remember this. But the more they started talking about it, I was like, okay, I remember.
It had to have been on the news. So it was. Oh yeah, it had. And really, it was interesting to see anybody that's here in Dallas or in the Texas and North Texas area, young Clarice Tinsley, young Mike Ducey, all these guys that have been here for years.
Yeah, man.
Like, we're talking about 90s.
Yeah.
Even when Landry was here, when we're talking about late 80s. So man, these guys have been putting in a ton of work when it comes to
over almost 40, 50 years.
Yeah, which is just crazy to see, how these guys have made a huge name for themselves, and seeing themselves on the documentary, it was definitely cool too.
Yeah.
All right, so we got some clips we're gonna play tonight. Those of you tuning in, always chime in, give us your thoughts, give us your opinion. So episode 5 was the shootout from Valley Ranch, and this was kind of, things were starting to split up. Jimmy Johnson, he was really hurt by that comment when Jerry was talking about 500 other coaches could win it. Man, Jerry was just firing shots.
Man.
And he hasn't changed. Still really the same guy.
Yep.
I think his family's more involved now in today's time. So I think that's some of the differences that we're seeing in today. But he even said that story, like, I still, he was going through his cancer scare with this. That was released in this documentary. Nobody knew.
We didn't know,
that he was battling cancer, and he said, "Man, I couldn't get that first mother off my mind." I mean, like,
yeah.
So right.
Yeah,
so he the tension is still there. He did get in the Ring of Honor, which was definitely that needed to happen. They showed that clip in this series, which was well needed, just because what he's done for this team is you can't match it, you can't beat it. The championships that they've won was through him. And then Barry Switzer comes in. They talk about the White House, talk about the fixer, which he didn't get interviewed a lot, but you being here,
right?
Like, how big was that White House story?
Oh man, it was. I don't know if anybody even knew what was happening until that came out. It was just like, wait a minute, hold on, wait a minute. What is going on here? Like, what is happening? Yeah, definitely was wild. I mean, like I said, it was our mini little OJ. I mean, something was in the news, and like you said, this was kind of what sparked. OJ was big at the time, that the trial being televised,
right.
And so now it's like, okay, you got another high profile athlete. He's in the light, local superstar. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. It was something like every other day, and the fact that it even made like national news, like it went from Dallas, Texas, to national news. Like, okay, this is crazy.
This is big time.
Yeah, this is crazy. Peter Jennings is covering this at night. Yeah. Like what?
Yeah, and this was right, like you said, this was right off of OJ. All of the sports figures getting caught up in these scandals.
Yep.
And the Cowboys had a house. So those of you that don't know, the Cowboys, some of the players had a house that was right by Valley Ranch. You could see it from the practice field.
Yeah.
And as soon as Michael Irvin came on, he was like, "Yeah, I was the president of the White House." Because nobody wanted to talk about it. I knew Emmett wasn't going to talk about it. I knew Troy, which I don't even know if Troy was even involved.
That could probably have its own documentary.
Yeah. I thought it had does it have its own documentary? I thought I seen something.
It might. I don't know. If it did, it got by me, because it definitely could have its own documentary. I mean, they didn't talk about Mark Tuinei that had died in his car from, I think, a drug overdose.
Oh wow, they didn't talk about that because he was huge for that.
He was part of that run.
Yeah. Shout out to Randy Carter. We know him.
Hello, Mr. Carter.
In the building. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate that. So yeah, man, the whole White House situation was wild, and Michael Irvin, as soon as he came, nobody wanted to talk about it. They got to Mike, and Mike was like, "Oh yeah, I'm down. Like, yeah, I'm gonna tell you everything you need to know." I'm not surprised. He, the guy has his flaws. Everybody has their flaws, but this dude will really talk to anybody. I've met him numerous times. My barber, former barber, used to cut his hair, and he was, we talked for like an hour. So the same way the dude is on TV, the same way he is in his documentary is the same way he is. Period. Day in and day out. Kind of like Doc. Doc is like that all the time. He ain't, He ain't no different if you see him on the street, if you see him at church, whatever. He the same exact person.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Barry Switzer ends up coming into town. What I mean, for me, from the outside, I'm thinking, I was still pretty young, but I'm like, all right, I didn't know that much about Barry Switzer. I figured, and I was a 49ers fan, so I really wasn't paying that much attention to it.
Yeah.
But they ended up winning the championship, after, not that first year, but the year after that. But talk about Barry Switzer coming on board, and what was kind of like the noise and everything in the city.
Yeah, it was still kind of a tender spot, because it was just like, it's always going to be that what if Jimmy would have stayed kind of conversation.
Oh, yeah.
And knowing Barry, up the road in Oklahoma, and how they were in college when he was coaching, and and Barry comes in, he's already hot head, he's already brash, he's hey man, if y'all don't like the way I'm talking, y'all don't like the way I'm doing it, I mean, honestly, he was almost a coach personification of what Jerry Jones would have been, really.
Yeah. And he was Jerry's buddy, so he'll allow Jerry to be on the sideline.
Exactly. He don't care. Barry was rowdy and knock a few back. I don't care what you really did.
Yeah, smoke a few. You know, that was his buddy. That was this is my bro that's coaching this team, and we just gonna chill, and that's kind of the vibe.
Yeah, when he came in, we were some people they had the thing. They're kind of like we don't know. But then of course the biggest thing was it's like you don't have to do this. The team's already put together. It's that was the biggest thing. It was just like you don't have to do too much. I mean, the core of the team, they already know what they need to do. They already know what's been, put into place. Now, they did say it was kind of a different spin because he was a little bit more lax because Jimmy was – and Jimmy said this, but he didn't say it in the documentary, and I heard him say this somewhere else. But he said he got tired of being the bad guy, really, but he had to be the bad guy to push them to their potential. Yeah. So that's why they were saying, like, it was kind of a different vibe because – Barry wasn't really riding him like that. But because, Barry, he look at it like, y'all all grown, man. I ain't here to babysit, man. We just here to win ball games and get this championship.
It's not college. I'm gonna let y'all supervise yourselves. And,
y'all talk amongst yourselves, man. Y'all don't need
right. We see how that worked.
Yeah.
But Troy, so Troy ended up being the kind of the bad guy. And him and him and Barry weren't seeing eye to eye. And I'm glad they kind of did a separate little segment on Barry because it was really made it seem like he was lazy or he wasn't because he wasn't riding them. He wasn't as good of a coach.
He wasn't involved. Yeah.
But Emmett said it. Michael Irvin said it. Deion said it. It was like his approach was more like player friendly, which we see that now. You got some coaches that are hard nosed, and you got some coaches kind of probably like a Shanahan or Vrabel. You could probably put them in there.
Oh yeah.
Schottenheimer, kind of one of those coaches that aren't going to be hard nosed, and those are kind of getting phased out too.
Definitely, yeah, no, absolutely, and I think it's one of those things where I think, like I said, with Barry, it's like you guys know what you need to do. I don't have to micromanage you. I don't need to watch you. You've been here. You done been around. So I don't need to ride your coattails. And then, like you said, Aikman became the bad guy. Aikman was just trying to pass down what Jimmy had instilled to try to keep that same presence.
Right.
And I think in Barry's mind, he's like, well, these guys will put the other guys in line if they get too far out of line. Right. Now, if they get too crazy, then I got to reel you back in. But I don't think, I don't think Dallas took well to Barry just being as loose as he was. And just being like, oh, you don't like what I'm saying? You don't like it? Hey, man, we can cut the cameras, man. Dallas at that time, you can tell, was very, just kind of reserved when it came to sports at that time. Because, don't mess up what's already working kind of thing.
Right, because they were it. During that time, what the Mavs were here, I mean, that was probably that time, Jason Kidd,
Kidd, Nash.
Yeah, Jimmy
and Dirk had just kind of came on the scene.
Yeah, the Cowboys were it. The Cowboys were it. The Rangers were here, but they weren't really doing a lot.
And then we got the Dallas Stars by that time, and they were kind of like, okay, we got a hockey team, and
right, yeah, they won a championship. So there was they were the focus. So anything they did wrong or right, which is the same thing in today's time, they're gonna be in the news. And so Jimmy ends up going to Fox. They actually did. So Barry comes. They end up losing 1994 to the 49ers. No surprise that we talked about that rivalry, which was huge in the 90s. Yeah. That was probably the rivalry in the NFL of the 90s. Yeah, I honestly don't remember the AFC. I mean, the Bills. We know the Bills went multiple times, but I'm like, I don't know who they was playing. It was
I don't think it was as hot as what Cowboys. I mean. I don't think it was as hot as Cowboys and 49ers. I mean, I don't remember. I mean, I've watched a lot of Super Bowls and watched a lot of football and had trading cards. I just don't remember one that stands out. I mean, even the 49ers and the Rams had their moments, but not like with the Cowboys.
Yeah, it wasn't close. And now it's now y'all just beating us down at this point. we holding on for dear life at this point.
Man, does it matter?
We both in the same spot. Regular seasons are great, but trying to push it to that next level.
I'm dealing with injuries right now. My boy Brock got
Kittle.
Yeah, Brock got like 2 injuries. McCaffrey's dealing with a calf, and my boy Kittle's out for a few weeks. And I'm like,
like the season did he get injured in the game or it was a
no?
practice?
He was injured like during training camp. I was just like, what is? He was in the game, but he had to go out. And then when I saw him in street clothes, I was like,
he don't need to take. He need to. Hopefully, he's not doing nothing during the off season because he need to take a.
Yeah, he's showing up at WWF wrestling and shit like that. Get your ass,
man. Sit down somewhere, man. You don't need to be. You don't even need to be outside. Stay inside. Okay, bring all the fun to you.
I'm trying to get you a Super Bowl so you can retire and sit your ass down or go somewhere else.
Yeah. And now you doing. You probably seen it, that Little Caesars commercial.
Oh yes.
I got injured doing it.
Probably got injured trying to carry the damn hot ready. This. Sit your ass down.
He more of a Chris Paul now. About to start doing all these commercials.
Yeah, he's doing everything now. State Farm.
Yeah. Man, Jimmy was still pretty much in his prime. He ends up going to Fox. And that's really what kind of helped build NFL on Fox with that pregame show. So
absolutely. I will say, I didn't realize he had went there immediately because I thought he went to coaching first.
I thought he went to the Dolphins, but he actually took a break and did broadcast.
He took. I was like, man, I thought he went immediately to the Dolphins after he left Dallas.
That's what I thought too. I mean, and I think like maybe because we were younger, we don't remember it. Like these years seem like it was no year in between. Like I thought the Cowboys won directly after that next year. Yeah. After Jimmy left, but they actually lost 1 year. So some of these, I think our timelines are off just because we don't remember it or because
I didn't realize he went to broadcasting and then stepped away from broadcasting, coaching, then came back. I thought he went straight to the Dolphins after, he kind of hung low and then the Dolphins went after him. But did he do all right at the Dolphins? I don't remember much of that.
Nah, they didn't do that well. I think he had a couple winning seasons, but it wasn't. Let me pull it up here. But it wasn't anywhere near the success that he had.
Oh yeah, here in Dallas.
Yeah, so he was there for 4 years. They didn't make the playoffs the first year, and they lost in like the wild card or divisional round.
Okay.
But I think his style probably got played out, which nowadays Belichick's not there anymore. I mean, there's not a lot of those coaches that are gonna yell at you and push you.
Oh yeah, they're not going to be
in the college game.
Hey, like Deion said, I'm not going to be following around a bunch of grown men that's getting paid millions. Just not, just not doing it, man. Just not. Yeah. Of course, that's the question. And honestly, I would not be surprised. I don't care what anybody says. I know he's doing great things at Colorado. I know Jerry is on his line. I don't care what you're saying. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, I mean, it was almost a possibility before he ended up doing. Well, he was already at Colorado, but then McCarthy ended up getting they didn't renew his contract. But this Schottenheimer thing, I think, is just kind of a test run. If this don't work out, he loves the familiarity, which he still is that way in the past to today. Yeah. So it could be Jason Witten. It could be Jason Witten's coaching high school right now, but I don't know.
That don't mean nothing. Yeah, I mean, hey, like I said, I don't care what they talking about. Jerry is on Deion line. I don't care what you say. Yeah, I don't care what you say. And if Deion can get to Dallas, if that ever happens, his son's coming with him. I ain't with it. Yeah, so with, bro. So y'all might as well get ready, man.
Right. Get your popcorn ready.
Yeah, get your popcorn ready, man.
So this is the perfect segue. Let's get into episode 6 was prime time. And you know how Deion do it. So let's get into this clip right here and we'll be right back. There he is, man. Deion, the same today, yesterday.
Thank you. And that's this whole segment, that little clip right there is what I always got flack for, because when the Rangers just could not seem to get over the hump and the Yankees were winning World Series, I always got, you must have bought those championships. I was like, you damn right you bought them championships. Because you go get the people that Jerry did the same exact thing.
Yeah, and that was after after the previous playoff that he ended up shutting them down. So what better way? And that was a different time, because in today's time, most of the time you're not gonna, now you can sign whoever. This was a signing, but they're not going to trade you to in division.
This was a signing of epic proportion because it's like you were that one ingredient, that factor that kept me from getting to that pinnacle of a three-peat.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean.
You shut me down every time they played, even when it was with Atlanta, when he was with the Falcons.
Yeah.
Yeah, they knew what he had.
Exactly. And that's why, like, when I watch the Yankees, when they get smoked by somebody in the playoffs, guess what? They go get that pitcher.
They go get that best player that was on that team.
Get that player. Yeah. They go get that pitcher. Yeah. They already know.
That's how if you know what you're missing and you know another team has it, and especially if that person's a free agent, all it is it come down to the money.
It's all money.
Jerry was going to do whatever it took.
And that's why that 36 million is always going to be something that stuck with me because I was just like, how much is he paying for Deion?
Yeah,
that's
really.
probably getting the salary cap because this dude right here.
Exactly. And that was unheard of. And that kind of goes into Jerry was immediately like, look, how can I capitalize on the name Cowboys, on the name Dallas Cowboys, on the stadium, on the naming rights?
Oh,
so he ended up doing Nike. He had a Nike deal. He had a Pepsi deal.
Yes,
he was selling, what he's doing today. You got the Bud Light Plaza. You got the AT&T Stadium. Now, I mean, now they selling everything. They even selling
they just
areas of the basketball floor.
Right.
So,
but
Deion, he was ahead of his time.
Yeah, the Deion move was. Like he said, that's the gamble move. Because even like he said, Steven was like, man, what are you doing, Dad? He's like, what you going to do? You going to hit me?
He was getting ready to fight his dad.
Yeah.
He looked Steven looked completely different. Me and Eric were watching. I'm like, who is that?
Yeah. It was like, he didn't look like Steve. Yeah, he didn't look like Steve.
But I mean, hey, this game will age you. It's almost like being the president.
Yeah, this business is serious. But Deion on the field, they already knew. It was like he said, they would go away from it because he's going to shut you down.
Yeah. He was the name. He was how shutdown corner became an actual thing called shutdown corner.
Revis Island wasn't nothing brand new.
Right, exactly. Before that, it wasn't a thing. So
it wasn't. Exactly.
This dude was doing the thing people forget is he was playing football and baseball.
Right.
I think they said in one weekend he played a baseball game and a football game.
Hey,
and then went back and played another baseball game.
He showed up in the helicopter landing on the field, baby. Come on, man.
This dude was just one of them rare athletes, and he did it for a long period of time because we know Bo Jackson was great.
Oh yeah,
playing for the Royals, playing for the Raiders, but it just didn't work out. His body ended up breaking down. But Deion did it for a long time.
Yeah, man. It's a few baseball teams. I think he went to the Pirates. I think he played with the Yankees for a little bit.
Yeah, Yankees, Braves. He was with. I think he was with the Reds for a minute too.
It was the Reds, okay. And I thought he may have went to the Pirates too, but that might be thinking about the Reds. But yeah, man, I was like Deion. He is definitely a name that will definitely. I don't care what you're doing. You gonna remember the step. You gonna remember the Deion dad. Whatever it is, the way he talk. You gonna how he ride everything. You gonna remember Deion.
Man. Yeah. And so that was a perfect mix. Him coming to the Cowboys, and that was the missing piece that they needed again to get that next championship.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they end up, having a successful year. And then they talked about the Aikman and Barry situation. And then, like I said, they talked about Barry's story. I didn't know the situation about his mom, which, you that's something you don't get over. You never get over that. And I think that changed kind of how he was as a person, how he was as a coach.
Yeah,
he was already out of coaching at that point, for, I don't know, 2 or 3 years, I believe. So
I think 3, yeah. But that was the first time I had heard any of that. That was new to me.
Yeah, so they definitely broke down some stories and some storylines and some different things that we hadn't heard. But yeah, he was 1988 was his last season at Oklahoma, and in 1994, so he was gone for 6 years.
Yeah, from coaching.
So at that point, he's like he's probably somebody's grandfather at that point.
Right.
I'm not going to be coming in here and
exactly
how I was at Oklahoma.
Exactly. I think that's what
that got caught into, he's not coaching well or you're not doing a good job.
He's like, what y'all expect me? Y'all pull me off my porch. I'm over here minding my business. Yeah, I'm not going to come in here and wipe nobody's ass. You grown men out here making millions. This is a championship winning team. I was like, nah.
That's kind of like Bochy. You know, Bochy coming back.
Yeah.
He probably not yelling at all. He walked everywhere slow, but
thank you.
Winning the championship the first time ever. So
yeah,
you know it was the storyline was that, which we even said it. I've said it numerous times. This was Jimmy's team, but you still got to manage the personalities. It's still a 16-game season, so he was able to do it. Now, you know, Troy's problem was they weren't practicing a lot, or they were. He ended up having to be the bad guy, and ended up being a lot of pressure on him. But Emmett seemed to be cool with it. I didn't hear him say anything negative.
Yeah, Emmett doesn't. I think Emmett tries to just stay kind of neutral or cool about it. He tried to stay level headed a little bit. He just kind of go roll with the punches. Yeah,
and then the Switzer and Haley story where he ended up coming to his house.
Yeah,
and walking past it. I'm like, you about to walk past Charles Haley like that? Like,
you don't care.
I'm put him in the chokehold
because I think, like I said, that's one of the. It's one of those things where he just look. I don't have to effing be here, man. All right, y'all call me.
Right.
But what are you?
I didn't call you. You called.
Yeah. Exactly. Like, what are you over here doing, man? I need you out on the field, man.
Yeah.
And the relationship that looked like that. Now that looked like a relationship that really touched Charles Haley. You know.
Oh yeah.
That the fact that, like he said, nobody really kind of showed that kind of care about how his condition was, and and how he kind of operated or whatever. But Barry even asked him, "Hey, you taking your medicine? Yeah. What are you doing, man?"
He was more of that probably more of that father figure or uncle.
Oh yeah.
Jimmy was like, I don't care. As long as you the menace on Sundays, I don't care what you do.
As long as you're out there running people down, that's all I care about, man. I don't care about what you feel.
Get out of jail to be here on Sunday, I don't care what you
do. Take your ass over there on that field over there, man.
but a lot of times, at different points in time, you need that type of coach. So Barry, he was perfect for what it was. He was perfect for
I think he was,
and he did his thing. So they ended up going to the
Dale Hansen interview though. Gosh, I watched that Dale Hansen interview. I was like,
Dale Hansen been at it for me. He didn't hold no punches. I thought they was about to fight.
I thought they were too. I was watching that episode. I remember watching, and my grandfather was asleep in the recliner. And I walked past the room, and I saw Barry kind of lean up, and Dale Hansen was. I was like, "Granddad, what are you watching?" Never forget it.
Slapping him on the shoulder. He was like,
never forget it. Because my grandfather was retired. He was falling asleep whenever he wanted to fall asleep. He loved his Channel 8 because he got to watch Wheel of Fortune. But before Wheel of Fortune came on, that Dale Hansen hour, I never forget that interview. I was walking through.
Dale was killing the game as well for a minute. And then older in his career, he ended up doing that kind of segment where it wasn't even sports related. Or maybe he took a sports story and he kind of did his spin on it, and kind of mixing the sports story with the culture and what's going on. So he's done his thing for a while. But so they ended up going to the conference championship game, ended up beating the Packers, ended up playing the Steelers. Man, the great Bill Cowher and that team. That era was a great Steelers era, even though they didn't win. They ended up running in two different teams at different times, but
Steelers were that hard. That was because I think that was we faced the Steelers. We also faced the Bills, but we also ended up that was our last Super Bowl against the Steelers, or was that your last Super Bowl against the Steelers?
I think that was our last.
Our last was with Buffalo. Your last was with the Steelers, but you, of course, obviously ended up beating them.
Yeah. But I mean, it was, it was really a handful of teams that was going to the Super Bowl. You would have a one-off with the Chargers made it one year. They ended up playing y'all, ended up beating them. But
that's the one I think I'm thinking about, because we didn't see the Steelers. You guys had the Steelers, but we had the Chargers, but they got trucked. So.
Yeah. Natron Means back in the day, man. That was
oh man, classics, man.
Yeah, man. That was some classic Super Bowl runs, man. That was when everybody was at home to watch the Super Bowl.
Oh, absolutely. You weren't out going that. You wasn't going nowhere. You wouldn't have no Super Bowl. You know what? I don't really like growing up as a kid though. I don't know if they had Super Bowl parties as big as they do now, but I don't remember people going to other people's house.
I just remember you just watched it at your house, and
you just didn't. You weren't moving. You weren't going anywhere. You wanted to see because the commercials have always been the anchor.
Right.
You want to see the commercials, but I think people literally like some people that were into it, and even my mom didn't even watch sports like that, but she knew the Super Bowl was big for me. It was just something big. I mean, she would watch it with me, but she wasn't that really inclined to just, we got to see who's going next year. But the fact that she knew how big it was, so my grandparents, they were still living before they passed on in the 90s, but they even knew how big it was. We only had 2 TVs in the house, so the Super Bowl was on both TVs. So
it wasn't one of those times where you had 4 and 5 TVs in the house like you do now.
Oh no,
it was pretty much one.
Right.
Yeah. You didn't have a lot. So
right, and the Super Bowl better be off so my mom can watch Danielle Steele movies. But the Super Bowl better be off, man. Now look.
Yeah, man. Exactly. That was good times. We're in today's time, the halftime show is the highlight. Really, commercials are still commercials in the
highlight. Show. The halftime now is the big draw for some people, of course.
Yeah, and not a lot of people watch sports. I mean, they just tuning in for that or for the commercials. Times change, but they end up winning against the Steelers. That was a nice segment right there to see Bill Cowher. Never really. They ended up winning one. I don't know if that was that him or was that
No, it was Bill Cowher because he retired after that.
He retired after that. Okay, because that was
when Tomlin came in.
Yeah, so Tomlin. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Tomlin came in right after that, but
because Cowher had been there for almost 15, 17 years before.
Yeah, it was something. And 1992 to 2006. So.
Yeah, he's been there for a minute, and that's why. And that's the kind of stuff why does and when I see stuff like that, why don't other teams stick in there or hang in there? They stay with this man for 15, 17 years before he got a Super Bowl.
Yeah. They just teams now they get impatient. They want it to happen now. Yeah. And it doesn't always happen that way. Every team is not the Eagles where you just hit on that coach. You end up going to multiple Super Bowls, you end up winning multiple Super Bowls. It's just I don't know. And it's a fit. I think it's a fit.
Yeah, now it's just you got to go. It's not like, hey, we're going to get them next time. We're going to get them next time. No, it's like, nah, man, when you going to get them? Because
you can get them now or you're not going to get them at all.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. And the Steelers are that type of organization because Tom has been there since 2007. Yeah. He's almost at 20 years with one team, which is
unheard of. Yeah.
But they're old school. They'll let the ups and downs and as long as you got a good relationship with them.
I think the Hunt family, I think that's how they do. But.
Yeah. All right, so episode 7, Cocaine Cowboy, which gets into all of the drama with Michael Irvin. We got a few clips we're gonna play, but they talked about the White House, the cocaine usage, the Michael Irvin being charged. So let's get to this. We got a couple clips, so let's get to this first one, which was a murder for hire. I didn't know that part at all, so that was news to me.
I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know that was the nature of it. I just knew there was a threat, but I didn't know
it was a cop that got arrested.
Yeah,
which is another weird story. But let's get into it.
I was in a courtroom. Somebody came in and said something to the judge. He said, just arrested Johnny Hernandez, police officer, on an attempt murder for hire.
A Dallas police officer is linked to a murder for hire plot aimed at Cowboy star Michael Irvin.
Dallas police arrested one of their own yesterday, 5-year veteran officer Johnny Hernandez.
The officer wanted the hit to occur very, very soon. It was clear that he wanted Michael Irvin killed.
You've now gone from a drug trial involving Michael Irvin to a murder-for-hire plot on his life.
The news of the plot to kill the Cowboys receiver was shocking, certainly to Irvin's teammates.
That's unbelievable, man. It's truly ridiculous. It's an eerie feeling, knowing the fact that an individual was out there wasn't even thinking about something like that.
Bits and pieces about the person Johnny Hernandez are slowly beginning to emerge. He was born in Denver, and that is where he met Rochelle Smith, the woman who he says is his common-law wife, the woman who also has had a personal relationship with Michael Irvin.
Sources say Irvin threatened the policeman's fiancée, which infuriated the officer and set a murder-for-hire plot in motion.
Johnny Hernandez pled guilty to trying to have Michael Irvin killed. He was given 6 years in prison.
Man, that was a wild time where you got and you don't mess with another man's wife, man. All right, it don't matter who it is. But
the fact that you find murder for hire that fast in the 90s, like what is that?
Really? Like, I don't know how you did that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Sure, they were not in the green sheet.
Really, as a cop. I mean, I don't know. You might have been able to find him somewhere. Michael Irvin was out there. He was in the streets, man. He wasn't.
Oh yeah, he was definitely
in the house. Okay, and his wife. And he was like, man, he even said it in this, like, man, my wife stuck by me in all of the trash and all the stuff that I put her through, which that's a good woman. And prayers up for her because she has Alzheimer's or early onset Alzheimer's. So I think that's why we haven't seen her a lot lately.
I didn't realize why she was kind of missing from the spotlight, or I guess not really. He didn't really flash his family like that anyway, but
really didn't. But in the 90s though, she seemed to be more.
Yeah. I didn't realize, and I need to watch that Shay Shay Room with him. I've just been getting clips, but Michael Irvin is also a good storyteller. So I'd like to,
great storyteller.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on? The one and only H-Rap in the building. Wasn't able to make it on tonight. You got some business to take care of, but definitely appreciate you popping in.
I'll be out there kicking out the National Guard, man. Out.
Appreciate you for tuning in. But yeah, man, Mike had a crazy life.
Oh yeah, man,
had a crazy life and playing at a high level. So you got the White House going on, but basically it was the spot for them to hook up with females, to do drugs, and just to chill really. Because he was like, instead of us having to rent hotel rooms, we could do all this pitch in and buy a house, which is exactly what they did.
Hey, just a random house.
Didn't he say he still has the deed to that house?
He still has the deed, yes. Still has the deed to that house. And no telling how much somebody paid to live or move into that house.
Yeah, really. I mean, that's almost like an artifact.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Antique at this point.
That house got its own documentary, man.
Yeah, really. They need it. And obviously, Mike's gonna be the star person of the show, and then they had a handler. I mean, it was handling this like a real business.
Oh, absolutely.
Which you had to.
Yeah, you had to. I got to know who running in and out of these doors, man. I need to know. Checklist, man. Sign in, sign out, man.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. But he ended up slipping up because he ended up going to a hotel, which is how the drug charge. So this is what ended up happening. He had a drug charge with Rochelle Smith, who was the officer's wife, and so they end up having a situation. The cops end up coming. They end up getting caught up. So he was on trial for that.
Crazy.
And it was a murder for hire.
Right.
While he was on trial.
Crazy, man.
I mean, the judge has got to be. What the hell is going on with y'all, man?
You're gonna go do time, but you want to kill it.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Yeah.
And this was really when. When everything unraveled. Like the Cowboys probably was never the same.
If you hiring somebody, thumbs up. I don't know what's happening. If you're hiring somebody to kill your wife's lover, then you need to talk to your wife because apparently this isn't the first rodeo.
Right. This is not. We see they said common law wife. So you didn't actually marry her. Y'all just y'all at the same address.
Stop, man. Hey, man. They wasn't using this term back then, but she for the streets. So you need
to
keep it out there, man.
Yeah. She don't want to be saved, man. She's trying to tell you, man.
Mr. Hernandez, I'm gonna need you to address the elephant in the room.
Right. You cannot Captain Save her, okay? And Mike, Mike might have not been her first.
You don't want to be saved. Don't
exactly.
Yeah,
right, right. Like she might have not have been Mike's. That might have not been her first choice or her first rodeo, like you said.
Oh yeah,
might have been around. I mean, because the White House, it was dudes coming in and out of there. So
that's what I'm saying. You got that checklist, man. You got to keep tally. I got to keep a tally on, man. What's running in and out of here.
I would have loved for them to have Johnny Hernandez and get him to do this interview. I don't know. He may not even be.
I just looked him up, but I didn't see much really. I mean, he's probably laying low as possible, but I'm sure they reached out to him. I'm sure they did.
That would have been somebody, him or Rochelle Smith. I don't know.
Yeah,
either one of them.
They didn't have any of the. Even though I guess I don't know, but they didn't have any of the women. Maybe out of the respect of his wife. I don't know.
Anyway. Yeah. But I mean, and this wasn't like this was Netflix, so you pretty much get whoever you wanted on here.
Yeah,
they had the judge on here, which was good, because he ended up saying, how are we gonna, deliver this case? How he was approaching it. Because then there was another incident. This was in the training camp. I didn't know that story. Michael Irvin ended up stabbing this dude in the neck. He said he cut him, but he stabbed this dude in the neck because he got in the chair before him. So I'm gonna play this clip and then we'll come right back. But this was another. It was like so many wild situations going on. It told you how everything kind of fell apart.
Yeah. At training camp, we were getting haircuts. Just like anything else, you get a packet order. Everett was a new guy coming over. We had our rules and how we do things. I say, I'm a veteran, I'm next. To get a haircut, and then, no, next, we're veterans. This is how we do things, man. I ain't doing no things like that. And somehow I kind of lost it, grabbed some scissors, and I cut him. And dude, let me tell you, they cut him here, and so much blood came out. It was. They rushed him to the hospital. I went back to my room, I had blood all over my shirt, and I'm thinking, my God, I'm going to jail.
24 hours after that incident was reported to me, we got everyone in who was involved and talked to them. No one talked.
You said all that, we're going to do and say about that situation. I'm not going to comment on it anymore.
No comments.
I don't know about that.
Now, I base my decisions on the evidence that I received. The evidence that I was receiving is nothing happened, so we moved on.
Met with Everett. Said, I lost myself, brother. I'm so sorry, but he sat down. I'll never forget. He said, Michael, I know you love your kids, man. You almost took me for mine. That was something to say, and he was right. Had he not handled it the way he handled it, I was definitely going to jail.
Yeah, so not only was he going to jail because he was on probation.
Yeah.
So from the drug charge,
right?
Which the attorneys on the other side was like, man, ain't no way this dude getting off on probation. But
nah, man, come on. When I heard the news, I was just like, Mike,
come on, man,
you're done, bro. They for the cookie,
man. Yeah, really.
Yeah, it's like, man, they already looking at how you conducting yourself now. I was like, and now you went and did something like this. I was like, oh my gosh.
At training camp to your own teammate. I would love to hear. Yeah, go
ladies and gentlemen, that's called coke rage. That's if you don't know what Coke Rage is, that's called Coke Rage. Okay.
Richard, I'm really, man, we need a Michael Irvin documentary because I mean, there's some anger, there's some demons that's in there.
That
would he would be more than willing to do
you
it.
Probably would get 6 episodes out of that.
Yeah, because you got the college, his upbringing.
Yeah.
You know, his dad ended up passing away.
Maybe
before he ended up making it. You know,
yes,
he was in college. He was getting ready to go to Miami, I think.
Yeah, you probably. I mean, because did Jerry Rice get? He didn't get a documentary, but he got like a 30 for 30 or something like that.
Yeah,
but I'm sure
I think there was some 30 for 30 that he was.
Yeah, but I'm sure definitely Michael Irvin can. They definitely need ESPN. Whoever's watching. Whether I don't care if it's Bleacher Report getting their toes wet with documentaries. Somebody, Michael Irvin definitely needs a documentary.
Yeah, man.
And I wouldn't be surprised if Netflix. Yeah, I would not be surprised if Netflix wanted more of this story and information.
Yeah, because I mean, you know, we love this nostalgia. It's great to look back and see, you know, greatness. And I think a lot of us didn't know the backstories because we didn't have social media. We didn't have like reporters weren't as in the know as they are now.
And that's what makes it always interesting when you see it 15, 20, 30 years later. You're like, oh, wow, that's what drove that story.
Right.
Like that's that's the ingredient to that.
Right.
You know, it's mind blowing because you watch these stars, especially whether it be in your hometown or maybe you're from there, you moved off, but those heroes are still living or whatever you look up or how you look at them. But it's I mean, just like when I see like Bon B's up here, businessman running burgers, you know, you see, I'm like, Bon B doing burgers? What? Right,
man.
So
I would have never thought that.
Never would have thought that. I mean, then Ice Cube is his directorial thing, you know, he did his movie. When you see those guys growing up, it's like, man, these dudes, they rappers, whatever, but now they moving into the business aspects. Right. You know, now they're becoming successful. Now they're investing. Now they've got a brand. Now that with the big three, the basketball team. I mean,
basketball league, right?
So it's amazing when you see stuff like because you already know the controversy. NWA, Michael Irvin, you know, you already know like that's a part of their story. But at the end of the day, we've seen it through history so many times.
Oh yeah,
somebody that you know, like, oh wow, they were at the height of their game, and that's just like Michael Jordan when they killed his, you know, unfortunately they killed his dad.
Right.
You know, it's just you have those memories that follow them. It's like, hey, I remember that. You know, like Bill Cosby losing his son. You know, those things they stand out. It's just like the success and the hardship. Right, and then maybe the comeback, but so it's crazy.
It's the the roller coaster of life, and I think obviously being in the limelight and having fame,
reach. It don't care if you're entertainment royalty or not.
It don't matter.
It got a long reach.
Yeah, but being in the limelight, it's gonna be publicized more than if it was.
Absolutely, it's more scrutiny. You're gonna get. Oh yeah, they're gonna pick it apart. They're gonna put it under a microscope. Dissect it, whatever. Yeah. Hell, they'll put it back together and dissect it again. So.
Oh yeah, 50 different ways.
Right.
Like So I mean, with Michael Irvin, man, he's had so many issues and so many bouts with the law. So he's been in different stories. Like he's still here, man, still doing his thing. Yeah. He's got his own podcast now. He just started. He had Jerry on an episode. So I mean, that just tells you that you are never counted out. It's never over.
Oh, absolutely.
This dude has reinvented himself. He had a radio show here at one point.
He did, yeah. He was with ESPN when they were doing ESPN local because now Nate Newton was on there. Yeah, they'd have Troy Aikman on a lot as a guest, but I remember those things, and it's kind of like, man, this is the kind of stuff that. You're used to seeing from Michael Irvin and him just being the guy, even when he's on NFL Network. I don't know if he was ever I don't know if he was ever physically on ESPN. I don't remember watching him like.
Yeah, he was on. Oh, on First Take and stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think he was on First Take, but yeah, I mean, Michael Irvin, especially when that incident happened at the Super Bowl, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, like another situation.
Stop.
And it seemed like he didn't do anything wrong, but it's just anytime his name comes up, it's just going to go south. And everybody shies away.
And honestly, to your point, I think it's because it is Michael Irvin. They were trying to get that situation as muddy as possible. Camera
footage, like everything you can think of, they were coming at that thing different angles. Yeah. And then when he, his radio show, he was doing a radio show on ESPN, like you said, and that ended up going south because he had some, I don't know, cocaine allegation.
Yeah.
And so he was on It Is What It Is podcast, Cameron and Mace. He was on there and he was like, you know why I go to other countries? It's because they can't say Michael Irvin did it because they don't know me. So man, he out in Puerto Rico and at the Carnival. I mean, he be out there, man.
Yeah, I saw him. He was cheering or talking to the Miami. Was it Miami Hurricanes? He was out there.
Yeah, he was out there. He's been out there with Dion in Colorado.
He's been kind of bouncing around.
Never still. Like I never seen him not doing something, he's just
doing an interview at the Star with Shannon,
this one of the biggest personalities. Obviously, you got the triplets, but Troy was never really that type of guy. He's became that type of guy doing commentating. Emmett was really not that type of guy either.
Yeah,
he just he showed on the field. And Dion during his time, obviously, him and Mike were definitely those two guys that were.
I'm surprised Alvin Harper wasn't in this because I felt like Alvin Harper was in this. I felt like he definitely was another anchor for the Cowboys.
Yeah, he was that second wide receiver that they don't give a lot of. They don't give him a lot of praise.
Yeah, because I mean the Cowboys had many well-known stars, but I was really surprised that Alvin Harper wasn't in this, even if he wasn't on the graphic in the back. But the fact, I remember when if Irvin was double teamed or if Irvin was, the ball wasn't going there, Alvin Harper was another threat as well on the field. Very surprised he wasn't in this.
Yeah, and I'm trying to see what he's doing. They said he's in Florida, but it doesn't really look like he's doing anything. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe he just didn't want to be. And Darren Woodson did.
Oh yeah,
Darren Woodson was in there either.
Yeah, Darren Woodson was in there. That's kind of
Yeah, and he was the anchor on that defense. So
yeah,
I don't know. Maybe he turned it down for some reason.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
but but that last year when they won that Super Bowl and everything started going downhill. So Mike was suspended for 5 games in 1996, and then he ended up having an injury with his neck. And he ended up retiring.
Yeah.
Troy was not too far after that. That run on concussions.
Him and Steve Young, man.
Yeah, man. You just wonder, are they okay mentally?
Yeah. But I guess they got out.
Yeah, they got out. Maybe they got out soon enough.
Yeah.
And I think they're probably, getting some type of cutting edge treatment. Maybe it's not actually,
I'm sure. Yeah.
FDA
I'm sure
approved or anything, but I think
like some people have tremors, and if they don't want you to know that they're having tremors, I'm sure they're having some A1.
I'm sure, man. Steve Young.
Oh my god.
Definitely another one of those.
Yeah. I'm sure there's some underlining, and like Troy said, the smelling salt got to the point where it wasn't even
working. Like he was just going like this, and it wasn't even like your head's supposed to stand back.
Nah, man. Troy was like looking for the spot. Then he's like, yeah.
So man, you had the injuries really started to pile up. Emmett ended up breaking that rushing record. It was pretty much him. He was the last one.
Yeah, he was the last one up. Yeah.
And he ended up going to the Cardinals, which was the weirdest.
That was weird.
That didn't even look right. I mean,
it just didn't. That's how I felt about Jerry Rice bouncing around. Like, what are you doing?
Seahawks jersey. Then he went to the Raiders.
Went to the Raiders.
Like he went to the dark side, man. You don't go to the Raiders.
The Raiders,
of all teams.
Yeah,
it was. He still wanted to play, and he was pushing 40. at that point, probably with the Seahawks. I think he
Joe
was
Montana's over at the Chiefs, and I'm like, what y'all?
Yeah, that was weird, man.
Goes to the Seahawks, and I'm like, what y'all? What is no?
Yeah, man. And we didn't understand salary cap. We didn't understand money.
Yeah.
Like I would be asking my dad, like, why don't they just pay him more money? Like, what difference does it make? Why they can't have Steve Young and Montana? But you know, egos are big. Money,
And
that was really when money started to really become.
Well, it's just like the Aikman and Berline thing. The 49ers were dealing with the same thing with Joe Montana and Steve Berline.
Right.
They were having I think Bill Walsh has a 30 for 30, and they talk about it in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that controversy. That's what when I saw Alex Smith get hurt and Kaepernick was the next up.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no way they're gonna keep Alex Smith. I was like, Kaepernick took you to
never got the keys back after that.
Kaepernick finished the championship run and got you to the Super Bowl. Now, granted, they ended up losing, but Alex Smith is out. Yeah, Alex Smith is out.
More athletic, had a better arm.
Yeah.
And really, Alex Smith was like he was like a Purdy. He was able to manage the game well.
Yes.
He didn't make mistakes.
And he was garbage before Harbaugh got there.
Yeah, really. Like he was
garbage.
He was the first round pick. I don't know if he was the first pick. I think he might have been.
He was garbage.
He was
and all of a sudden, exactly. And then Harbaugh got there and it was just like, damn, Alex Smith out here shining. Maybe what's going on? What's happening?
He was on his way out of the league.
Oh, yeah. No, absolutely. 100%. 100%.
But yeah, he was their first round. He was the first overall pick.
Overall pick. And was garbage.
Was
garbage.
Yeah, he was heading nowhere real quick. And then
exactly.
Harbaugh came in and saved the day, man. I'm glad he's back in the NFL. He's coaching.
Yeah, it's good to see that, man. Good to see that. Yeah, I like to see that. But real quick before we kind of get on with the next one, is it true Zeke is signing a 1-day contract?
I think so. I don't think any teams have offered. So
I didn't know the Chargers had released him. Why'd they take him?
I don't know. I think they were just trying to be nice, try to bring him in and see what happens. But I think it's over, man. He really had a great couple of years. He had a great little run.
Oh, he did.
Money. It was that was probably one of the last. That was the last big kind of running back contract, and now it's starting to come back.
Yeah,
you got Derrick Henrys of the world; they're gonna get paid regardless. Like
Derrick Henry of the world. Yeah, I mean,
whatever the money is, Saquon's gonna get paid no matter what. But
the
running back money really went south after that. But I think this may be it. Him and what's his name? The one that had that one-handed catch.
Oh gosh, he's with isn't he over at the Ravens?
The Giants.
Is he? Yeah, I can't think of it. But he with the Ravens now though? Is he still playing?
Nah, I don't think he's on the team either. Like they had this
Odell Beckham.
Odell Beckham, yeah.
Odell Beckham.
Yeah, they had this stat that was basically saying that those two not being on a team is rare. It's because they've been on the team every year.
But he got a Super Bowl with somebody, right? Even though I don't think he played. But
he did get one. He got one with the Rams. He was on that team.
Yes, the Rams.
He was in. He played in the game, but he ended up getting injured in the game.
Yeah, I was gonna say he got hurt though. You don't get hurt.
Yeah, he was on the Dolphins last 2024, so last year. But
I just cannot believe.
Yeah,
it's like that how that talent just kind of fades. Like, what is happening? Like Odell Beckham was so synonymous. Like he didn't want to. Like Odell Beckham's on the field. Oh, he's trying to go crazy.
Oh yeah. You had to double team. You had to figure out how you gonna team. But he had 10 years, so I think this may be it. But I don't know. He may wait, as the year goes along if he's healthy and see if a team may try.
Does the wide receiver last? Well, obviously, I guess Michael Irvin was a long.
Yeah, wide receivers will last longer than running backs. Once you hit 30, it's
it's about a wrap. Yeah, it's about it's about a wrap.
Unless you're Adrian Peterson or
Jerome Bettis,
yeah,
even then,
it's over for you. Yeah, Jerome Bettis, one of them guys.
Yeah, Jerome Bettis.
Which I was wondering, was he in that Super Bowl, that Steelers Super Bowl against the Cowboys? I was wondering.
I know if he was, I don't know if he was I don't know because that was.
He had to have been because they didn't even bring his name up at all, which they would have had.
How late was that Super Bowl? Was that 97?
Let me see. That was 95.
95. I don't know if Jerome was there that long because him and Peyton Manning played together for a minute, and they finally got past the Patriots. But I don't know. He may have been young on the roster. I don't know. I can't believe.
Let me see. Pulling up the stats. No, he wasn't on the team. They had Bam Morris.
Oh, I know Bam Morris. I remember Bam.
They had Cordell Stewart. They had Neil O'Donnell. So he was not. It must have been the year after that when he got there.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if Bendis was there yet because the bus. I was like I don't know if he was in there just yet.
Which is wild. I thought he was. Yeah, I thought he would have been there, but yeah. Again, our timelines are messed up.
Again,
so young. We was just watching.
There's a rift.
We thought when Joe Montana went down, I was like, man, he could still play. They could just not hit him.
No,
but that was like, that ain't how it works. This is football.
It's football. Yeah,
you can get hit regardless.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, how they go. That's why I was like when Alex Smith got hurt when he had that concussion, and then you got Colin Kaepernick up here pulling up the slack. Y'all make it to the Super Bowl, and I'm like,
and he was that rare athletic form where you had the arm, you could run. You didn't really know how to scheme for him. I mean, that was a great one.
It was like, well, Alex has been great, but
thank you for your time. Thank you for your service.
Yeah, exactly.
We got somebody more athletic and a better arm than you.
I'm worried about with Doc. Like, I'm not Doc, but Dak. It's like if Dak gets hurt again this season,
you gotta draft a quarterback.
You gotta draft a quarterback.
Like you gotta start planning. He has less years ahead of him, and
yeah,
I hope and pray you don't get injured this year because the season.
I know that's what I'm saying. I mean, he's had some. I mean, the ankle injury, the hamstring injury,
He had a wrist.
He had the wrist or the finger or something like that. It was the wrist or the finger, but it was just like you hope. Because didn't he hit somebody's helmet and it messed the finger up or something like that?
Yeah.
Hit somebody's helmet.
You gotta. That's one thing that they have a problem, and he's 32. So I mean, he just signed. What was that? A 4-year?
Yeah,
I think he signed a 4-year deal. So, like, you got to draft after this year. Next draft, you need to draft, and you got picks. You know the Micah trade.
Right.
You need to get for
2026 and 2027. That's what they
two number ones from the Packers, and so. I think the biggest thing is you have to think about the future. And when we rewind back, you had Steve Young that was like on the bench for years. Like you had these guys, when you drafted somebody, they were sitting on the bench. There was no, as soon as you get here, we putting you in. No.
Oh yeah, no. You weren't even like wearing a headset trying to figure out what you
right.
You on the bench.
You was holding the helmet on the sideline.
Oh yeah. You weren't looking at the tablet or somebody called a play down until you talking on the phone. Nah.
It wasn't no just in case. It was
you wasn't even in the coaches meeting. You were just kind of like, hey,
sit over here, kid. It's
over here, kid. Yeah, I'm talking to the coach right now, man. That's that Joe Namath era, man. You're like, whoa, what's your name?
You're not getting in. Who are you again?
Yeah, exactly. Who's this? No.
Yeah.
We drafted this person.
It's always the injury, man. Once Joe Montana went down,
that was it.
Steve Young had his opportunity.
Yeah, that was it, man. Well, hell, look at Burline and Aikman. I mean, when Aikman went down, Burline was, hey, man, so.
So what are we gonna do? And then you got that quarterback controversy, and Jimmy ended up going with Burline, and it didn't end up working out, but. That's
usually how it goes. You get that hot streak, and then it's that one game. We're like, okay, hey, Aikman, I'm sorry. Hey, man, you free this weekend? I'm really sorry.
You doing anything?
Yeah. Look at yourself. You ain't doing anything.
Right. You ain't doing nothing anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Get out of here.
Yeah, man. So Emmett, and he even talked about it. Coming to the visiting locker room was not the same, which I agree, man.
I can imagine.
Coming on the visiting bus. And you not going to your locker that your locker normally is.
Said I never caught a bus to practice.
Right, man.
He drove himself, man.
Yeah. So, but they, he ended up signing that one day contract deal. End up retiring. So, that was pretty much it. And then episode 8, they kind of fast forwarded to today's time, which they end up hiring Parcells. They had Romo. You had to have Romo in here, so they did a good job with that.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't really a lot of guys during that era. You probably could have had DeMarcus Ware if he would have been in it. They probably weren't gonna do Dez.
Yeah, surprised Witten wasn't in it. Yeah, they gonna do Dez. No,
Dez be firing shots.
Sorry, Dez.
Witten would have been a good one.
Yeah, Witten would have been good. Yeah, Witten. I mean, he was definitely the Romo's guy. You know, check down.
Jerry loves him. So I don't know.
Yeah, Witten was the check. He was like another J-Lo check.
Yeah, right. They pretty much just did Romo, so Romo got some shine.
Yeah,
and then they go to today's time with the Packers. So I'm gonna play this clip, and then we'll come right back. Ironically, Mike ended up getting traded to the Packers. So
ironically,
right? The team that you can't beat.
Right.
Once again, you end up giving them more firepower. But let's get into it.
And the Green Bay Packers have a 40-burger in Big D in the third quarter. Unbelievable.
Boy, what a hole. Oh, what a disaster. This loss hurt us every way more than anyone we've ever had.
Hey, he was hurt, man. Sounded like he was crying. Sounded like he needed Jerry Jr. to get him some tissue.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, those are called whiskey tears. Let me take it from a person that connoisseur. Those are called whiskey tears. Those might be little Scotch tears, Scotch whiskey, same. But
baby, man, he was hurt.
Those are called whiskey tears, ladies and gentlemen.
The fact that Green Bay came in here, and Jordan Love would have had to been his second year because he wasn't a rookie, second or third year, whatever.
Yeah,
but they came in here and just whooped us. Like it wasn't even close.
I was watching the game. Now here's the two fronts that amazed me. Who knew that this footage that they used? Who was recording Jerry? Who knew this footage was going to be in the documentary?
I don't know. I'm wondering who was it? If they had a camera in there, was it his?
Yeah, like
somebody.
Well, yeah, exactly. Was there a camera? Yeah, because how long has this documentary been brewing? I mean, you don't just get to whip out this documentary with 8 great episodes and all this information,
all this footage.
So who knows? Once again, Jerry the Gambler stayed puppet master doing his thing. But I could after 16 home game wins. I was watching that game like probably everybody else, and I was a little like shocked. I was like, dang, what is happening?
You can't lose like this.
Yeah.
And they lost.
But on top of that, you guys almost pulled the game off. Like you pulled it close, but it was too late. You pulled it back. But
that's the story, you get behind and then you got to play Super Bowl and it just don't end up working out.
And is this when? Now was that the game where Lamb and Dak, I keep saying Dak were off?
Yeah, they were off.
They were upset.
It didn't go well. Dak had, I think, probably 1 or 2 interceptions. It was just, it was just a bad all around. They looked like they weren't prepared, and I think that was some of the.
Yeah, I think you're right. That kind of sounds great. I think they thought it was just going to be, hey, this is another cakewalk. We in our home. This is going to be, whatever.
That's a lot of the McCarthy's not preparing them. That's where that started to come in at.
Right.
And Jordan Love had a perfect game. 3 touchdowns, 252 yards, 2 picks. That was the Tony Pollard era. So he had 1 touchdown. CD had 110. Gallup had 103. But it was just Aaron Jones had 3 touchdowns.
Wow.
It was rough. That was rough to watch. And that was the closest that they probably, like Jerry was saying, man, this hurts more than anything because we were close.
They were. Oh yeah.
Regular.
But then Green Bay comes to the 49ers.
Yeah, and see how that went.
Come on, come on, baby. Come on, come on. Right. Yes.
Yeah, man. So, fast forward to now, Micah ends up getting Traded to the Packers, which gives him even more firepower. He ended up getting a sack.
Guess, if you will.
Like you got some food or some snacks.
I have nothing. I don't know. Get out. Go. Hey, sit. I don't know what's happening right
now. A-Trap said A-Trap had 26.
Oh man.
But man, it was that was rough to see. Yeah. And now they're still trying to get there. And they had his wife in here, and she was like, man, she was like, man, you just can't get out of the way.
Yeah.
You just can't have a good time.
He knows.
Man. Your wife know how to hit you in the heart when they say stuff, man.
Like that guy said, man, I got this picture in the hallway, man. This is a slap to reality. The way she looked at him.
Yeah, was that Kevin Costner?
It's Kevin Costner.
That glow in her eyes. He was like, man, I wanted to punch Kevin.
Yeah, he said, I ain't seen that glow in years, man.
Yeah, that glow been gone.
Yeah, he said that glow gone, man.
Yeah. But Jerry's still trying to get there. I think he just
that's why. And that's why this documentary, and like I said at the top of this documentary, the first few episodes, I'm the kind of person that loves the history of how you establish this empire.
Right.
Whether it's through tyranny, whether it's through grand gesture, or being a philanthropist, it's one of those things where it's just like, I think that's a part of me that wants to see the Cowboy fans and the Cowboys celebrate again, because I know how it's got to be tiring to see people. Yeah, it's got to be to see how people are drafting, to see how people are conditioning, to see how people are repeating. I mean, how can the Chiefs, the 49ers, the Eagles, the Ravens, the Buffalo Bills, how can they be repeats?
Right.
How can they be repeats? All in the Buffalo Bills got their struggles, 49ers got their struggles, the Chiefs get there, they lose to the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles done been there again. It's like the Eagles got their loss, they get their one or win, whatever. It's like you're looking at these teams, and it looks like, I know it's the first game of the season, looks like Washington is still cooking, So now you've got another potential.
Yeah, you got another hurdle. Like you got to deal with this division. Right. Like the Giants are really the only team probably that I think you can handle. But Washington is only getting better. This is their second year with Dan Quinn, and the Eagles are going to be the Eagles. Like
it's got to be frustrating. I can't. It blows my mind when you see stuff like that. Oh, and look at the Detroit Lions all of a sudden. And the Vikings have added to their defense and stepping it up. Chicago might possibly have something cooking there. I know it's early. It's the first game, the first week. We're going to
17-12. They're up by 5 right now.
Yeah, so I mean that's got to be frustrating. And so there's a part of me that's like, I'd love to see Jerry win one more, because I know I don't care how much he's put into this establishment, made it a business, it's marketing, but that elusive pinnacle, that one trophy.
Yeah.
Even if it's
he's
just
dying to get there, man.
You can't.
And like you said, man, you wouldn't want to know the check that I would write. So, I think like you said at the end, I don't really know what this documentary has done. I don't know if it showed my flaws, which it did.
Yeah.
I don't know if it showed how much I want to win, which I think it did show that too. And he's kind of like a 3. Yeah, it's layers to all of us. I think he definitely wants to win. I think he still wants to be in the news, which doesn't matter what it is.
Like he said,
and he wants to be the most valuable franchise. But you can't do all 3. That's the problem.
Right.
You're like,
and I don't know why he thinks.
Kansas City, they're not looking to be in the news. You don't know who the owner is until they win a championship.
Right.
But they're focused so much on winning that they win.
Right. Yeah, and I think Jerry's worried about not being on somebody's podcast or radio show or what TV show could I what TV show could I cameo in or something like that.
Right.
Now, this wasn't no scandalous Jerry Jones, because we didn't talk about that limo situation, so they left that out.
Yeah, they left that out. And that mysterious daughter that came up one.
Exactly. They went out there like, hey man, now whoa. Hey, now look.
We're not gonna talk about
we ain't here for that. Yeah.
We're here for the good stuff, not that stuff.
Right. So yeah, no, I definitely, there's a part of me that when I see that, because I remember the history, I remember all these things growing up here in Dallas, Texas. Like I know how much the Dallas Cowboys mean to the Dallas fans. Yeah. You know, so when I see that, it's just like, hey, like I said, I'm a fan of opportunity. Let me get my trophy first. And then y'all can go get your trophy and get in there and do what you got. Even if I don't have to go back, let me just get number 6. I'm just trying to get number 6, man. I'm just trying to get
Shanahan, man. I mean, it's one thing to, as a Cowboys fan, to hope and wish, but it's another thing to get there and to be this close
every time. Twice. It's been like
that's almost worse. That's worse than hoping and wishing.
Yeah, exactly. When you're sitting on the bench watching their graffiti colors fall, and it's just like, oh, again.
Yeah, like, and y'all kind of going through a little bit of a rebuild, which is not always bad because
it can be bad or good. Yeah, we can't keep anybody. We bring veterans in. We sign them to 1-year contracts. We get there. But my biggest gripe about that run with the 49ers in each Super Bowl, we get away from the running game.
Yeah, you abandon what got you there.
Yeah, we stopped.
And that was with a healthy McCaffrey was in the last one.
Yeah, he was.
He had a healthy year, or they, remotely healthy.
We stopped running the ball all of a sudden. It's like you're trying to kill him with passes, and it's just like, dude.
Yeah, that's not your strong suit.
Yeah, Dance was the one that brought you, man. Like, what are you doing?
Mark Purdy is not that guy to throw the ball 40 times.
No. He can get you some good passes. He gonna get you an interception. He gonna throw you some dangerous passes. But and like I said, I know for the Cowboy fans, it's got to be frustrating because the way people are drafting around you and how they're drafting.
Teams are getting better. They're getting smarter.
Right.
And a lot of times they're behind the 8 ball, or they're just starting to figure out, motion. Like Schottenheimer coming here for being the coach. They've done more. They did more motion in the first game than they've done pretty much all last year.
Right.
Which is crazy.
Right, exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Like with the Dak situation, like, what do you do if he gets hurt again? Or what do you do if what did y'all sign him to? He's here for a while though. But I guess
the backup plan is not great. Like the backup plan is supposed to be
because I can't believe
and he's not. Yeah, he's not that great. So
and I can't believe they got rid of Trey Lance. I'm like, what?
Yeah, or really Cooper Rush is really the guy that they should have kept. I mean, he probably wanted more money.
Yeah,
but he was able to win games when
absolutely.
So but they just signed him. It's a 4-year deal, so he's through 2027. So he's on the second year of the deal.
Now
so
he keeps getting hurt though. Can they break that contract? I don't know how that.
No, I mean they can. It's going to be a cap hit.
They have to keep paying it.
That's going to be the issue. But you got to draft. I mean, you got these picks.
You got to get you.
You got to get your next quarterback. People saying it's Archie Manning. Texas, that Manning pedigree. But I don't know.
I don't know.
Because once Dak is gone, now you're into how do we find the next quarterback? But it's not easy.
Right.
There's plenty of teams that can't do it. Been trying to do it. The Bears been trying to do it for decades.
Yeah.
So, but they ended it with Jimmy going in the Ring of Honor, which definitely needed to happen. And I think Jerry's like, how can I please the football god?
He does.
So one of his step one was to get Jimmy in the Ring of Honor. And maybe his next thing is like stepping away from the limelight, which he's not gonna do until he die. He had to be on his on his deathbed, and he can. I still need to do that.
Unfortunately, we're gonna see Jerry pass on TV. Man. We don't want to see that,
really, man.
We don't want to see that, but hey, nah, man. Jerry ain't letting it go, man.
He gotta die in front of the camera, man, because he just can't not be.
We're gonna start seeing him doze off at games, man. He's start going to sleep. Start going to sleep.
They gonna have a recliner at the game. They gonna put the blanket on him, like the old man blanket.
Old man Jerry, man, he going to sleep. I'll get him up.
And you got Stephen Jones, which I wonder at what point is he gonna which he has more control, I think, than
I'm sure he does. More than
when is he going to be the face and the guy doing all the interviews? Which,
even though he said in the interview he'd like his dad to be around and as much as possible, he got a little choked up thinking about it. And they were saying, and like his daughter or his daughter, Steven's sister, they were saying like, we know we're running out of time.
Right.
I mean,
right.
So,
and she said it perfectly. Like, we're running out of get your next times. Like,
yeah.
At this point, you don't have as many get your next time, and I think it's going to hurt more if Jerry's gone and you were just never able to get that last one. He's 82.
Right.
Like, hypothetically, we could say he makes it to 100.
Right.
But still, like,
But
that's not promised.
Yeah, because then at that point, like you say, are you that point? Like, are you to the point where your cognitive skills are still in? I mean,
yeah.
So start slurring words.
And season just started. They're 0-1. We'll see what happens. They got some promise. Didn't get blown out. I thought they didn't get blown out by the Eagles.
No,
good thing.
I honestly, like I told my friend, she was asking me how I felt. And I was like, well, I mean, it can go both ways. I was like, the Eagles can drag them, or the Cowboys already know they're going to be under a microscope and they can do their best to hold the line and come out and see what happens. I was like, the Eagles might be a little Super Bowl hungover. I don't know,
Yeah.
But I mean, Saquon didn't go crazy on y'all.
No, he didn't.
Hurts, he gonna do Hurts. Because you don't have that spy, or you don't have that.
You don't have Micah, so that's shown there. But
the fact that you had him scrambling, the pressure was definitely there. Now the point is, who can contain him once the pressure is on and he's out?
Right. Once he starts to move,
yeah,
they couldn't stop him.
Right. So it wasn't a massacre. It wasn't like a crazy. It was like, oh gosh, this is gonna be crazy. So. Hey, there might be some promise there. Maybe some promise.
I mean, until just lose by 4, it's not bad. The running game was pretty solid. They had 119 yards. Eagles had 158. So, and really, honestly, if CD caught one of those passes,
absolutely, it was a different game.
Changed. Yeah.
And if what's his name? Had he not fumbled, number 24?
Yep.
Thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever. Here we go. Whatever. I don't know why it's mine that does that, but if he hadn't a fumble, it would have been a different game. It would have been a different game.
Yeah, it would have changed
because you held them to 24 points after that.
Right, which is that's not easy, especially when you're playing against this Eagles team who was running all over you. So they got some I don't like to say moral victories, but they got some highlights and some things that they can look at and build off of. So
absolutely.
So we'll see. Season is early. 49ers are 1-0. Cowboys are 0-1. Going into the next week, Cowboys will be facing the Giants.
Yeah. A lot of rivalry games.
Yeah, they're starting off the season with NFC.
Yeah, lots of rivalry games. I know.
Then they got Bears. That'll be week 3. So we'll see. This was we get into our final thoughts. This was a great documentary. I think it was one of those that we needed. Very well. You already know a lot of the stories, but they did a great job of really putting this together. The people involved. Hearing some of Jerry's story, he's a great storyteller. I'll give him that. Dion on here, great storyteller. Michael Irvin, a great storyteller. And you got a lot of Troy Aikman, which I didn't really know some of his backstory and hearing him give his thoughts.
Yeah.
So, what was your final thoughts?
I was actually pretty psyched about this because I didn't know when they were going to release it because they talked about this like this time last year. They were talking. I was like, dang, is it coming out in January? Is it coming out?
Yeah.
I was like, knowing Jerry, it's going to come on right off of the Super Bowl. So
I was thinking that or training camp.
Exactly. Well, what perfect time before football starts.
Before
you play the Eagles. Before you play the Eagles. So and a storied both storied organizations. The buddy ride moments, the Jimmy John. I mean, Jerry know what he's doing, man. Let's stop. Jerry know what he's doing. So yeah, no, I really enjoyed this. If you didn't see the Michael Parsons thing, that was your episode 9. So this is only 8 episodes, so that's episode 9. If you need episode 9 right now, it's streaming on ESPN.
Hey, about to give you some bonus. About to give you some bonus because I mean, that whole thing could be a whole 30 for 30 along by itself.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, didn't really talk about this, but the fact that Jerry traded into somebody that it's almost like, well, he didn't stop the run against you. Let's see if he'll stop the run for you, though, kind of thing, you know.
No, hey, that press conference was hard to listen to. I listened to it as long as I could.
I didn't check it out.
He just kept repeating the same thing. We wanted to stop the run. There's no beef between me and Micah. Obviously, there was some type of beef.
Jerry, stop. Now you know. Jerry, as my people would say, you bull coning, Jerry. You bull coning.
Right. You bull jobbing.
Yeah, you bull jobbing.
I say you bull jump.
Yeah. I really enjoyed this. I enjoyed it. It was one of the things that I was very excited after, growing up here and knowing most of these stories, kind of seeing them unfold on Sports Talk. And we didn't have a podcast then, but the fact that they were showing up on us, these stories were showing up on local news. And if you had cable or whatever, ESPN, it was a big deal. So I enjoyed this. I thought it definitely took me down memory lane. And of course, there are some things that are missing that I was thinking about, because it's just like, we didn't really hear about, this story or this guy or this trade or, this controversy. It wasn't about the firing of the coaches because they didn't go into Campo and
they didn't spend a lot of time on Campo, Chan Gailey.
They didn't really
they didn't talk about Wade Phillips.
Yeah, they didn't talk about Wade Phillips at all. They didn't have a clip.
They didn't talk about Jason Garrett either. I just thought about that.
Yeah, or what's his name? Lonzo? Is it Lonzo? What was that coach name? He was in here though, because he was a defensive coach or special teams. He was a special teams coach.
Oh yeah.
I can't think of it. I don't think it was Lonzo.
Alazano, I think.
Alazano. Yeah. I don't know how long he coached. I felt like he was only 1 year as a head coach. I don't think he lasted, but he was.
He might have been like a interim or something like that.
Yeah, I think he was only an interim. Yeah, he was. I think on special teams. He was special.
He was special teams coach.
But yeah, I enjoyed it. That was good.
Yeah. This was like Last Dance-esque. Especially during that era, you had, the Bulls had their era, the Cowboys had their era as far as the NFL.
Oh, absolutely.
So yeah, I mean, this was an easy 5. Anybody that has watched this, you learned something from it, you gained something from it. It was entertaining. Some of the stories you maybe haven't heard of. So yeah, I would definitely recommend people to watch it. If you're a Cowboys fan or not, it's got some really good content.
Oh yeah, it's just because it's what makes him tick, kind of thing.
What makes you what makes you stay up at night?
Now, a little disclosure. Jerry was a little sauced up when they had the little family Thanksgiving at the house. Jerry was talking to I was like, Jerry on that sauce, man. I was like, hey, Jerry, hey.
He had a cup. He had a double styrofoam cup over there.
Yeah, man. Jerry was on that sauce, man. I was like, hey, man, he on that giggle water, man. Hey, chill out, man. Yeah. But that was nice to see too, because I can't imagine what the conversation was like. Letting the cameras into your home during Thanksgiving, your family's intimate setting. That was pretty awesome to see. And
most business owners dream. You want your family to be involved. You want to be able to pass it down to them. If they can be hands-on, I mean, that would be great. Which all of his kids are hands-on with the organization.
I mean, honestly, when I watched this and I saw that scene with him gathered around with the family at Thanksgiving at their ranch or whatever, he's pretty much written. If they ever made a TV series called kind of like what Dallas was, but with Jerry Jones, it it would work. It would work because it would just be called. It probably would be called the Joneses, or probably be called the Gambler. I don't know, but it would work because
Taylor Sheridan could probably develop it.
Absolutely, because if he's an oil tycoon, he's going in the. It's just like it's almost like Friday Night Lights. The Joneses story can be a TV show.
Oh yeah,
it can be a TV show.
And in today's time, you're able to. You got so much creativity. You got a lot of range of what you can do.
Yeah, it would be the second coming of Dallas with JR and the Ewings, man. It would work.
And Taylor Sheridan's got a whole studio. I don't know if you heard about that. I think it's in Fort Worth or somewhere.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit outside of Fort Worth. Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
and all that, man.
Yeah, I would not be surprised. A Joneses Netflix series or Paramount, whoever, it could be a TV series. It would work.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so next week, it was just released this week. It is the new film, Highest to Lowest, Spike Lee's new joint with Denzel Washington. It really don't get no better than this. We could play this preview. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We'll be back next week. No new Queen 3 and King tomorrow. You can check out the End of the Bench Media. A-Trap had a show earlier today, so go check that out. He won't be back on next week, so it should be me, Wilkes, and Doc next week. But Highest to Lowest, I've been waiting on this one for a minute, so we'll play this preview. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.
New mixes of mood music. I need a theme. Theme music.
Wake up, y'all. The King's here.
Buying back, stacking this record. It's a lot of money.
There's more to life than just making money. It's integrity. That's what you stand for.
What you think? I think you gotta be a little crazy sometimes in this world to get what you want.
King David, now ain't this something? I got your full attention now, huh? You finally listening to me.
Somebody's got Trey.
What do you mean
Somebody's kidnapped our son.
$17.5 million in an all-black Jordan backpack.
Try me if you think I'm playing.
I ain't got
back out the trunk from the front. 11 a.m. board the 4 train going to money-making Manhattan.
You let him go, I make sure you set free.
It's too late for all that.
It's never too late.
You're not God no more, nigga. I am. 35 and I'm still a pretty guy. I gotta feed the streets, my lady, and a newborn kid. And I ain't trying to go back and do another bid, you dig?
I know what it is to risk everything you have for something that you want. I know what that means, to have nothing and want everything.
What is that? Insurance. That's Jake from State Farm.
I can't go out like this, you know that.
Well, his blood is gonna be on your hands then.
Oh, you wanna do this? I got into this by myself. I'm gonna get out of it by myself.
Where's my money? I got the 4-pounder sitting right here. Don't try nothing funny.